down. Good boy. Ready to go. Hey, Ranger. Getting ready to go. Wish the sun would come out, but highly unlikely today. Well, we left the MK Bay Marina at about 4 p.m. and we've traveled up through, you can see here, zoom in, we've come through Loretta Channel into the Sioux Channel, and we're in our little anchored spot here that we really like. It's a nice little hidden spot. There we go. And we've put a stern tide tonight, even though the waters are super calm. We just thought it would keep us nice and straight and close to the shore. We arrived here at about 7:10 p.m. and so I guess it took us about 3 hours and some. We do travel at about 6 knots. Good morning, it's 7 a.m. We had a good night's sleep. The bay was pretty calm, no winds, no waves. I know that it's been raining all night though, you can hear it coming down. We're kind of used to that up north here. It seems to be always raining, so Derek's taken Ranger in the kayak to shore in the pouring rain. I laid in bed a little bit longer, but that's okay. Just slowly getting up. We're gonna make coffee and start heading towards Rupert.
Good morning. It's day 2 of our trip. Yesterday after work we left and went to our new bay that we like to stay in the Sioux Channel. I like it because it's centrally located. We could either in the morning when we wake up, we could listen to the weather and decide if we want to take Devastation or the Douglas Channel. We're on a week-long trip here, and we're taking Skookum to the spa.
Yeah, the spa.
Skookum's gonna have a spa day. We're gonna haul her out in Port Edward, which is right next to Prince Rupert, and do some bottom painting and some gel coat repairs and just some general maintenance, and then back in the water and back home. So we have only 4 days on the dry to do all our chores, so hopefully we can get her done and get back in the water. Day 2, still in the evening of our trip to Prince Rupert for Skookum Spa Day. You know, we've driven past this anchorage several times. It's a little bit out of the way off the Grenville. It's called Clue Nugget Inlet. And what a beautiful spot. The winds currently on the outside are blowing 25 to 35, and they're supposed to blow up to 55 tonight in the Hecate Strait. And we're sitting in this bay with not a breath of wind. Over where Skookum is anchored, you can see there's just a slight ripple on the water, but it's not really enough to stand our flags up. So I'm feeling pretty safe in here. The whole inlet is like 50 to 60 feet deep in the end here, so I mean, that gives us lots of room to drag if need be, but we're anchored pretty securely in the mud, and I feel good about staying here tonight. The mountains are a little tall, so it was giving our Starlink a bit of troubles, but we'll see how that pans out.
It's really nice. A lot of birds in here.
Yeah. A nice spot. It's a little bit out of the way. It's about 4 miles off the beaten path of the Grenville Channel, so.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Alright, so here's our trip so far. We started in Kitimat, we came down the Douglas Channel, right here into Loretta Channel, through here, and we spent the night in this tiny little bay right there. In the morning we got up and we came out the Sioux Channel, down the Douglas Channel, through Coghlan Anchorage. This is Hartley Bay right here, and around the corner, and then we came down. We passed Low Inlet because we've stayed there before, and carried on because we had the current in our favor, and we came around this corner and up, and we're anchored right at the tip right there. So the reason we came to this spot, well, first of all, we've never been here before, and all the write-ups we've read on the area was that it's really good in strong winds. Currently it's 45 to 55 knots out here, right here where my mouse is, down in the corner, which is the Hecate Strait. So when the Hecate Strait blows from the south, it kind of comes up the Grenville Channel and blows. So it's not going to be 55 knots out here in the Grenville Channel, but I could imagine it's going to be probably around 30 knots. So we're sitting protected in this little spot here. We're getting the odd gust. It's lasting maybe 15 to 30 seconds of 22 knots, but then the sustained wind in here is only 6 knots. So it's actually a really pleasant place to be in a storm.
Well, good morning. It's day 3. Last night was pretty quiet. We slept really good until maybe 7 a.m. this morning. We started hearing the winds howling, rain coming down like crazy. I can't imagine if we were not hidden in this little inlet here. The winds are supposed to be so bad in the Hecate Strait. 30 to 50 knot winds out there. We're trying to decide if we should just stay here and just hide out. We probably will. We wanted to travel maybe a little bit further, but it's not worth it if the winds are crazy and the rain's blasting down. Poor Derek got into the kayak to take Ranger to shore. Ranger was starting to cry. He couldn't hold on anymore. But we have another crab boat beside us here. They haven't even left this morning. I'm assuming that they're going to do the same thing as us and just hide out in this little inlet. We thought we would do some chores today. Our previous propane fume detector has failed us, so we purchased a new one, and Derek had to wire it in, crawl under the sink, and he actually was, well, he wasn't stuck, but he was super uncomfortable. He finally crawled out of there, and yeah, his back wasn't feeling too good after that, but the propane sensor is working and we're really happy, and everything's soldered and wired. It looks great. Sit down. Good boy. We came out around the corner of our inlet and it's windy. Oh, just started to rain too. A little bit bouncy out here. Derek found a little shelter for us under a bunch of trees. Started to rain really hard, so we thought we would hide in this little area. I'm hardly getting any rain on me, are you?
No, the odd drop.
Ah. Watch it, babe.